Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I really didn't know anything about the series called The Mortal Instruments, although I had seen a trailer of the movie that's coming out this summer and I was immediately drawn to it. For those of you who know me, I am extremely fascinated by the paranormal. I always have been ever since I was young, so of course this was definitely my cup of tea from the point that I picked it up. And I wasn't even fazed by the amount of pages that were in this particular book, and it's over 400 pages, including the preview for City of Ashes, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. This is called City of Bones. It's the first book in the Mortal Instruments saga. And we're introduced to Clary Frey, the main character, and she's a mundane. And at first you think, oh, nothing very interesting is going on here, but she starts seeing things. She goes to a club called the Pandemonium with her friend Simon, and they have this interesting Platos camaraderie that they've got going on, and I like their relationship together. Of course, that changes later on in the story, but it is really sweet, and they've been friends since they were small. She has something called the sight, and nobody really knows why, and she witnesses a very unusual murder take place in the Pandemonium Club, and she thinks, who is this strange blonde-haired individual who's just killed this ordinary-looking boy? Of course, it wasn't an ordinary-looking boy at all. It was a demon from another world. And later on, Clary's mother, Jocelyn, is attacked by a demon, and nobody really knows why this has happened, or even why Clary has the sight to begin with, but we're introduced to the Institute in the land of Ifrit. I really love the land of Ifrit and the Nephilim and the Warlocks, and you have vampires and werewolves, and they also have pukas and nixies, pixies, fae folk of all kinds. I thought, ooh, now we're getting into territory I really enjoy, because this is the stuff I live for. And you've got all this concoction of magics, and magic has always been something, I mean, ever since Harry Potter. As you can see, I've got the whole Harry Potter series on in my bookshelf, and I absolutely adore that series. And this was something that I just picked up out of happenstance, and I could not put the book down. My favorite, I like Clary and Simon, but for some strange reason, I really like Jace Waylander. I thought that Jace Waylander was a really incredible creature. He is a Shadowhunter, and Shadowhunters, they are beings that hunt demons, and they keep mundanes like you and I from even noticing that they're doing their work in the veil beyond us. And of course they all live in Ifrit. You've got all these different characters involved, and there's quite a bit of other mythologies wound into this, like Norse mythologies, like with Hodge. His raven is called what was it? Hugo. Yeah, no, this wasn't Hugo. It was there was another character who had Hunin and Munin, and I thought, Odin. Because when I saw that, it reminded me of that, and those were his ravens too. Thought and memory. Hunin and Munin. Hunin and Munin. Excuse me. Hunin and Munin. Thought and memory. I'll get it right here in a minute. There's quite a bit of Celtic lore, like with Selkies. You get Selkies and Banshees, and yeah, that links into the Irish mythology, and they've got all sorts of different creatures that come in and about this world, and it's really quite fascinating, and it just draws you in and it transfixes you from the moment that you read it. And you learn quite a bit about Clary's past and about Jace as well. And then there was a twist within the book, and I thought, holy crud. And it was one I did not see coming at all. And if anybody else has read the book in the series, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when you think, "Ew, this is one of those Star Wars moments, isn't it?" But you know what? It really didn't turn me off as much as I thought it would. I thought I was going to be disgusted by it, but I thought, you know what? There's probably still a lot of that going on in this day and age, even though we don't want to talk about it. It was more common in the Victorian era than it was in our modern era as we know it, but it still probably goes on underneath our noses and we're not realizing it. I really don't know what else to say about this particular book, but as the beginning of the series, I absolutely loved it. I couldn't put it down. I was completely enchanted by it, for lack of a better term. It's a big book, I'll give it that, and it's commonly a lot of fantasy books like this one are of the same length, and it gives you a look into City of Ashes and the prequel, which is Clockwork Prince. Yeah, Clockwork Prince is the Clockwork Angel. Clockwork Angel is the first prequel, and then Clockwork Prince, and then Clockwork Princess. That's before the Mortal Instruments, and then you get into the whole idea of the Mortal Cup, which is the first mortal instrument that is revealed. And if you know anything about the whole myth surrounding the Mortal Cup and how the Nephilim were created and how vampires are created, and it goes into the whole origin of all that, and Raziel's fiddling around with human and demon blood and human and angel blood, and it's very, very, very intriguing. And I really enjoyed it. I love the paranormal and the metaphysical and this whole idea about different worlds and portals and pentagrams being portals that demons can come out of and everything, and that the pentagram thing doesn't happen until the next book, actually, with another demon that's summoned by a warlock. But it's really cool, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm very, 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 very eager to see how the film will take upon Jace Waylander, because I don't know why, but I just love Jace. It is something about his character. He's high and mighty. He thinks that all mundanes are just idiotic. He doesn't deal well with stupidity. He's very conceited. He's very arrogant. He's narcissistic. He doesn't put himself into any relationships. That's revealed as to why that is in this particular book, and it's for good reason, and I don't fault him on that. I just absolutely adore him. He is condescending. He is very mischievous and wry, and you love him despite the fact that he comes across as a pretentious, pompous, arrogant a-hole, because that's what he is. He's kind of a bastard, but you love him for it. It's just, I think that's the whole charisma, je ne sais quoi kind of mysterious factor behind him that makes him such a desirable character. And he's just kind of your badass bad boy, and that's why I like Jace. Jace is awesome. I mean, I don't know. I can't describe. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I love this character. He's kind of like me, but I'm nothing like that. If I had an alter ego, she'd totally be like that. She would be a total bitch, and she would be a badass, and everybody would secretly be jealous of her and hate her, but in a sense it would be admiration and everything. That I am what I am. Thank God I'm nothing like that. But Jace is just an exceptional character, and I think Cassandra Clare as the authoress's name. I think she wrote his character very well. And Clary is an interesting character as well. She tends to hold her own. Um, Although at some points in time in the story, she does feel like she's kind of been pushed to the side, and she stands up for herself, and I like that. She takes charge, and she's not just some whiny panty waist, and I love that in a female character, and I feel that more female characters in teen young adult fiction should be like that, like Katniss Everdeen. Katniss Everdeen, I think, is a really fantastic character in young adult fiction, as well as who is it? Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle from the Half Blood. I can't even think of it. Percy Jackson. Yeah, I was thinking Half Bloods. Yes. She's just really marvelous, stupendous characters as far as girl power is concerned, and I think I can throw Clarice into that mixture as well, because she does have some vulnerabilities. Yeah, I will give her that. But I mean, wouldn't you, if if everything that was revealed to you had been revealed to her like it is in the story, and just everything comes crashing in on her whole world starts to suffocate her, and all these truths are revealed, and you think, good Lord Almighty, her past is so jacked up. But yeah, including the revelation with Jace, that would definitely make you question your morals. But it's it's no wonder she doesn't go stark raving mad. But she doesn't. She continues, and I think it'll be interesting to see what happens next. And I will be reviewing the next few books in the series when I get to point of reading them. So I shall see you until then, and I definitely will see the movie when it comes out, even though I'll probably be seeing it all by my lonesome. There's no shame in that.